I suppose if I was in a classroom with 30 students, 30 learners, 15 boys and 15 girls experiencing being joined together as one, because they're all experiencing what I am, what's what love is. And so up on a projector, a visual projection slide, I would present the victimizer experiment the way it was broken down in that holographic mathematical map that the channel Divine Born Angel put up, okay, about switching sides. I'm gonna be the bad guy, and you're gonna be the bad girl, then you're gonna be the bad girl, and then I'm gonna be the bad guy. And we'll keep switching sides until we can get our polarities balanced. At some point, we got to be able to know how to restore what it is that I'm aware of, which is the crystal spiral, which is crystal sophia, to experience breathing as one. 0 degrees, no polarity, no pressure, no sound. Sound of golden silence, golden balance, perfect balance. So if you put that video up and then you put a little short video up that came by the feed a little bit ago and showed a picture of a guy that they call President Trump. You can call him whatever you want, and then you can present whatever you want that image to look like. So it doesn't matter what you look like. It's the energy. What is the energy represented by that label and PIN number? Right? So apparently, according to the feed, says that President Trump has fired a bunch of inspector generals. Then you have a guy who's in the Senate. I can't remember his name, but he's been there, it seems like, too long or not long enough. Pick and choose your side. And so you see him come out and talk about this. And what you see is the comparison, how they fight against each other, struggle over power, and switch sides. So when one president comes in, they do what they do. And then there's a fight and a struggle, right? So they fired all those inspector generals, okay? So now a new guy comes in and who's a military president wearing a hangman's tie, a noose, and signs a bunch of executive orders, which is an order, which is robotic. Cyborg, Borg. The qubit defense. I can assure you that the ultimate defense of eternal life force energy is a sphere, not a cube. Equidistance, the center point. Restoring the core center point of the first atom. A circle of light, a rainbow sphere. The first form and flow of water, rainbows. So you can see how they go back and forth. Oh, I'll be the bad guy for 1,000 years. I'll be the good guy for the next 500 years. Swap. So the boy and the girl swap each other out. Gender swapping. Polarity swapping. And they just cannot seem to do what? Restore balance. It's 0 degrees. 90 on the vertical, 90 on the horizontal. Breathing with the deity planes. Now we're breathing as one with the core. The core still point. The source code. Water. Pushing water. The flow of water. Let the water flow. It naturally flows. The law of least effort to experience water and flow. Allow the unicide to go to work for you. That's what I am. Forever in service. Breathing the core. How can I serve you? How can I best serve you? Being where love is. Now you're experiencing what I am. The core. The core CPU. The core power unit. The core central processing unit. Silver and gold mated. Like a silver and gold mated chip. Wow, you're mated forever. Silver and gold mated forever. That's called harmony. Harmonization of elemental union. So that's just a short file share, but I'm also very cognizant of the rewind. Rewind the file. So I'm the loop. I call it a hamster wheel going nowhere fast. I'm not creating, manifesting anything new. As a receiver and then a transmitter, what are we transmitting? Yeah. So we were prepared for the arsenal of radiological, neurological, biological, and chemical weapon messengers, right? And how that relates to absorption, transcription, inhalation, and then exhalation. Burn time to recover. The speed of recovery is a timing factor, which is our breathing factor, to experience a still point of 0 degrees. No pressure, no sound. Yeah. So I shared that with a few friends, just as a simple example. You know, it's just like when I was a little kid, they just keep kicking the can down the road. The book of I Ching. Have any of you ever read the book about I Ching? It's a mathematical table. That table was also in a book called The End of History and Rebirth of Mama, the Mother Arc, 13th Mother Arc, 31, Air Sign. That hex nut table is in there. Repeating patterns and expecting a different result. The imitation game, the game machine. The Wars and Matches quarantine code, the fighting code. Clearing that code. And that becomes a status update. A release from captivity. That's when Lay and I used to walk through, there's a captured unit, there's a captured unit, that's a captured unit, that's a captured unit, that unit's captured, they're captured, and used as a battery slave. Because their battery is being used to siphon off their life force power. To feed a system, a network that will never love them. Ever. That's the sad truth of it. But that's why we're here. That's the good news. Salvage missions, right, is retrieval, which is recovery. It's like Humpty Dumpty pulling those fragments back into the hole to experience being whole pie again. Wow, now I'm feeling lighter and lighter again. Yeah, now I remember me, all right. I remember the first one. I remember the first sun. I'm experiencing this first sun again. Oh, I know those codes. I know the essence. I know the essence of Mama Spirit. Wow, those codes feel a lot better. The healing tones of crystal aquifers, the crystal core. Liquid light consciousness. Pure light, pure as light can be. That's why we're here. Healing missions is recovery. Restoring the law, cosmic law. The first clock, the first cycle of a cell, the first cycle of an atom. So I hope you're all having fun and enjoying the ride. It's a bumpy ride, but it's less bumpy. As restoration is an ongoing project, right? Recalibrating over time-speed vectors. The timing factor of recovery time. And the recovery time, when it becomes less and less and less, then we acknowledge that the shield is getting stronger. That's why I was crying yesterday. I was experiencing that loss. Struggle over power. The power to serve. That's the highest honor I know. Because I know the first sun, eternal source field, source code, first water, primary sound and light, crystal. And so I thank you all for being here right on time. We all had to be here right on time. That's high precision timing. That's crystal clock. That's crystal precision. That's crystal Sophia. The grand cathedral Aya, aya, aya. Zalukalea to all of you.